For millions of South Africans, finding a job is a daily struggle. Going to sleep on an empty stomach is a reality for many. But the introduction of the 350 social relief grant in 2020 helped ease the burden. 11 million people benefited.
350 money, it's better because sometimes when we're broke, we don't have a job, or we are not working, it will help us,
Sometimes, let's say, on a monthly basis, I don't have any income, then I guess the 350 is helpful for like other basic needs or wants.
Some are calling for jobs rather than handouts.
I think it makes the people lazy. To be honest.
For me, I think it's not a good idea because if you look at it from a perspective where they are going to be reliant on it, it's something that they won't work that much, they're going to lay back because of that.
Current cost of living is too high, and with 350 you barely can survive with it. If you go to the shops, what else? What more can you get with the 350?
Still, a lifeline for many.
It was having a positive impact, not only in mitigating against hunger in terms of the beneficiaries of the grant, who are the poorest South Africans, but also had a positive stimulus effect on local economies, as well as in assisting people in entering employment, in entering small business.
In his latest news address, President Cyril Ramaphosa lauded the role of social grants in bringing dignity to the lives of 18 million beneficiaries.
We will extend the 350 SRD grant for one further year.
But Treasury remains concerned over where funding for the grants will come from. Economists at Codera Analytics have raised questions over the macroeconomic implications for the country.
Given our constrained fiscal situation, it's very, very difficult to show that meaningful extensions of social transfers in South Africa are possible without either higher taxes or meaningfully faster economic growth.
But the argument is not clear-cut.
In March last year, 10.9 million beneficiaries received the SRD grant. And in January this year, it was only 7.4 million. So you can see that several million people were excluded. And that is extremely problematic because it means that people who are in desperate circumstances in the poorest communities now no longer have access to a grant which is standing between them and starvation.
In his budget speech, the finance minister announced that the social grants would be increased by at least 5% in 2023. With the 360 billion rand to fund the extension of the COVID-19 Social Relief of Distress grant until the 31st of March 2024. Social Development is calling on interested parties to submit their suggestions on amendments to relief grant regulations. But some challenges in administering the grant persist.
The South African Social Security Agency would basically get about 13 million applications. Obviously, we do this verification process every month end. However, those that might have been approved, it's 7 million, and other people might have been declined because of one reason or the other. In this instance, we can mention the fact that it might be a technical matter where a beneficiary did not give us the correct banking accounts, or the beneficiary did not put the correct cell number, which must correspond with the details which basically appear on the system.
Codera estimates that the grant expansion proposed will see the average taxpayer paying an additional 6,800 rands per year.
It's borrowing about 385 billion at the moment. And so that gives you a sense of the amount of how constrained the fiscal situation is.
Despite concerns about long-term affordability, civil bodies are calling for increases. There are huge expectations from beneficiaries and pressure groups alike for the relief fund to be hiked. Nozintombi Mia, SABC News.